Okay, so in Kansas City, there's an organization that's really rethinking community care from the ground up. They're called Haven Collective Group, and today we're going to break down their pretty unique approach to support and healing. So let's dive right in. All right, so first things first, what is Haven Collective Group? Now, to really get it, you've got to think of it as way more than just one single service. It's actually a whole network, a system designed to help people through some of life's biggest transitions. So the big question is, how does it all actually work together? Well, at its core, Haven Collective is what's called an umbrella organization. And the easiest way to picture that is to think of a big tree, right? You've got all these strong different branches, but they're all growing from the same trunk. And for them, that trunk is one unified mission to give people dignity, stability, and, the real practical tools they need to just move forward. Okay, so let's talk about those branches. Under that one big umbrella, Haven is actually broken down into three totally distinct parts, and each one is specifically designed to tackle a different kind of need you might find in the community. Let's take a look at how they all work. And here's a quick look at how it all breaks down. First up, you've got Haven Homecare, which is all about care services. Then there's Haven Supportive Care, and that's the nonprofit support arm. And finally, HCG Publishing, which focuses on providing resources. You can see right here, three very different divisions, all working toward that one single goal. Okay, let's zoom in on that first one, Haven Home Care. This branch is all about helping people stay independent in their own homes. And it's important to know, this isn't medical care, it's that crucial day-to-day support. A huge part of this is something they call consumer-directed services, or CDS. And this is a really powerful idea because it basically empowers people to direct their own care. It puts them in the driver's seat, which helps them stay right where they're most comfortable, at home. All right, next up is Haven Supportive Care. Now, this branch operates as a nonprofit. It's really there for people who are navigating a major life transition. Maybe they're facing some instability or just need a little guidance. The goal here is pretty simple, but it's a two-step process. First, help them find some stable ground. And then, once they have that, give them the tools to build a real foundation for long-term growth. And that brings us to the third branch, HCG Publishing. And just so you know, HCG stands for Healing, Caring, and Growth, which is exactly what this is all about. This part of the organization creates actual, tangible resources. We're talking books, workbooks, things that are based on real, lived experiences. The whole point is to give people tools they can hold in their hands to guide their own healing and their own personal growth. Okay, so that's what they do, right? The three branches. But what I think really sets them apart is their philosophy. It's the why behind all the work. So let's dig into what really makes them different. It really boils down to this one phrase, which is kind of their guiding principle. Purpose-driven, not profit-driven alone. Everything they do is driven by that purpose. Now, that doesn't mean they aren't a sustainable business, of course, but it does mean their main motivator is impact. For them, success is measured by the well-being of the people they serve, not just by the numbers on a spreadsheet. And that purpose-driven mindset is really backed up by these four core values. You've got structured services with heart, which is a great combo. They're community-centered and people-focused. They're built to get bigger, to scale, but without losing their integrity. And the last one, faith-informed and inclusive, really speaks to their foundation. But they make it very clear that their services are for absolutely everyone, no exceptions. Okay, so after hearing all this, maybe this model resonates with you. Or maybe you or someone you know could really use their support. So the next logical question is, how do you get in touch? Let's cover the next steps. So here's all their direct contact information. You can see the email and phone number right there. They serve the whole KC Metro and the surrounding areas, so if you need care, support, or want to check out some of their resources, this is absolutely the best way to reach out to them. Looking at a model like Haven, one that combines direct care, nonprofit support, and educational resources all under one roof, it really leaves you with a bigger question, doesn't it? It makes you think, how can a community, any community, build a stronger, more interconnected web of support that truly catches everyone? What would that look like where you live? Something to think about. Thanks so much for tuning in.